Welcome to Highland RV Campground, located at 3094 Highland Avenue. We are currently at lot 4. You can park 2 vehicles easily right here. Just do not pull your car past the steps of the RV. But I'm going to quickly just show you everything on the RV on the outside, and then lockbox, and then we'll go inside. This is your propane tank cover. Just gonna pick this up. Slides right off very easily. Underneath it's 2 propane tanks. I've currently got it set to share between the tanks, so it's sharing left and right. If I switch it this way, it would only be to the right. So for now, I've already turned this one on. It's open, closed is clockwise, open is counterclockwise. Currently I've got both tanks open, but for this demonstration, I'm just gonna close one side. I'm gonna leave that one open. And the only thing that powers is the stove. So I'm gonna put this back up, pick it up. Slides right back over. Let's go ahead and walk around and show you the quick outside features. This box inside this, just leave it alone, is where the Wi-Fi router is. It actually runs a few of the campers here at the campground. It just happens to be right next to you, so you'll get really fast speed. Towards the back, this is your black and gray tank. This is where you drain out the sink, shower, and the toilet. Underneath the RVs is a storage container. So what we always do is start with the biggest one. This is your toilet. This usually has to be done every few days. You pull on that, it's gonna run down this tube all the way out and to the septic tank. You can hear it running. For those of you that have 2 people staying here, when you do this every 3 or 4 days, you're gonna just pull that out. I usually go inside for a few minutes, let it run for about 2 or 3 minutes. Obviously, hardly anybody's here right now, so that took no time at all, but you'll hear it stop. Once you do that, you close it all the way. And this actually has 2. We've got the kitchen sink, and kitchen sink is this one, and this is the bathroom sink that's just behind it. So I'm gonna pull that one. You don't really hear anything coming out of that one because we haven't used it, but that's the kitchen sink, and we use that all the time, and that's currently running out. So do not leave these open. If you leave them open, the RV will smell like a sewer septic tank. This is your water spigot. Make sure you don't trip over it. If there's a number of days between bookings, we will turn this off. Again, clockwise is to close it, counterclockwise is to open. I've got someone checking in tonight, so I'm leaving the propane on for him and the water spigot on. But if it's empty for a few days and you have no water, just double check that. That's where it connects in. And this is where the power pole connects to the, it's plugged in. We have a surge protector on here just to protect the whole camper. And this is how the basics of that work. And let's go ahead and go through the lockbox. When you arrive here, the lockbox is closed like so. You're gonna put the numbers directly across in order. And then it actually opens, drops down with this button. It'll drop down and you have a key. It's imperative to understand that this is currently locked. When you turn it, it opens. A mistake many people make is that they will unlock it, open the door, and then take the key out. Double check and think that it's unlocked. The door is still locked. They will walk in with this key in hand, put it down, close the door to get stuff out of the car, and be locked out. So it's imperative to always keep either the key on you or just keep it sitting in the lockbox when you're going in and out. Oh, it's locked. Easiest way to do that, put it in, and then you open. Quick tour of the inside. We're right here at Sunset. You always want to make sure you close this hard. Sometimes you have to pull on the handle a little bit, but you know it's closed. If you can do that, then it doesn't open. If you want to lock the deadbolt, you can just turn this. That locks the deadbolt. We do ask that nobody uses the bottom key spot outside lock. Only use the top lock because that bottom one's hard to turn. It's the deadbolt and it can break the key. So only use the top key lock that I was using when you come in. most important feature, this is different than most RVs. We've done a modification to the hot water heater. This is literally the plug that powers the hot water heater. We don't use propane hot water heater because we don't want people running out if they run out of propane. So this always keeps your electric hot water heater. It's a 6-gallon tank. If you ran a hot shower, it would be about 7 minutes before you run out. You're gonna have to take about 6 to 7 minute break before you'll get hot water again. Very common for RVs. Quick tutorial on how to use the stove. We typically keep a lighter up here or in this drawer or down here where it has the silverware. What you're gonna do is take this lighter, you turn this to high, light. I would then put the lighter right next to it, and that's how we light it. And of course it adjusts up and down. Of course that was all the way off. So let's do this again, light, and turn it down, medium. That's gonna be your low heat right there, medium, instantaneous, very quick, and turn it off. We do ask you to turn off the propane bottles if you're gone for more than a day, just for safety. But for some reason, if propane is accidentally left on, we do have this green light alarm that will go off if the propane has been left on in this stuff. So that's how that system works. Very simple. We ask you not to use the stove. These are very hard to light, so instead we keep a toaster oven somewhere hidden away in the RV, so if you need to bake, it's usually in a cabinet somewhere. Here's the bathroom. Quick demonstration of the lights, how they work in RVs, and toilets. So what you're gonna see is there's a light switch hidden away right here. If I turn that on, this light comes on. These lights also have separate switches. I can turn it off here, turn both lights on, but if it's off on this light, it doesn't matter what I do. Off, on, off, on. But that does have to be on for it to work. If it's in the off position, nothing happens. So make sure your wall switch is on, and that is on, and that's how we have light. Let's look at the toilet. These are RV toilets. They are based on gravity flush systems. So what we're gonna do is open this up. It's got a little instruction manual for you right there in case you don't remember anything I'm about to tell you. But what you do is a half press to add water. And just understand, if you're gonna go number 2, you really wanna fill up the water to about a minimum of about there. With the water there, you'll then be able to flush easily, and it won't make a teepee in the bottom of the black tank. It would then drop and go in towards the black tank. We typically leave enough water to fill just the bottom right there. That way it's kind of available for number 1 at any time. But if you need to do number 2, just make sure you add a little bit more water. And there is a little bit of a smell once you flush, because that's literally the black tank exposed for a moment. And there is no curved pipes or anything to stop the gas smell. So just be mindful of that. This is your shower. Very simple. Hot water on the left, right. If you want to use the shower, just pull that up when that is on, and that will turn it on. Very simple system here. You will notice there's an AC system on the wall. It is completely disconnected, does not do anything. The top system's off, and the furnace system's been disconnected. What we have though is 2 window units, very simple to operate. They have high cool, low cool, and temperature settings like most window ACs. That's for the living room, and then when you walk into the master bedroom, same kind of system for the master bedroom. If you want to do heat, we have a ceramic infrared quartz digitally controlled heater. You don't want to put it there. You typically just put it in the middle of the living room, turn it on, and it will keep this whole place very warm. We ask that you do not run the AC and heater at the same time. Surprising, but some people actually do that. And of course, there's 2 smart TVs. We keep the remote for that smart TV here, and there's usually the remote right next to the lamp for the other smart TV with a Wi-Fi. And that's it.